Hello, everyone. Welcome to the third session, Module 6, Prepa en Línea SEP. My name is Nashieli Castillejos. I'm your facilitator, and it's a pleasure to be here with you and sharing some information about the activities that you have to do this week. And we're in the third week, and I have this presentation for you, and I am going to show you well the activities you have to do. And well, let me start. And so first, well, you are welcome, and we're going to check the extra material that it's very important that you check the extra material, the vocabulary, in order to do your activity correctly. The two activities for this week are applying for a job and finding a roommate. I'm going to explain how to use the auxiliaries do and does. And so I'm going to tell you what you have to do in the learning forum. And well, remember that the week ends this Sunday at 11:55 p.m. So you have time to finish your activities. And as I told you before, remember that it's very important to check the extra material in order to do the activities correctly, to check the vocabulary, to do the extra activities. And so check the extra material, please. And so let's start with the first activity, that is applying for a job. You have to download this file, and you have some questions. In these questions, you have to, well, read and answer each question in the chart, add an image to illustrate each one. So you have to write two possible answers, and you have to add a picture here related to the answers. And here I have an example. I only wrote one example for each question, but remember that you have to write two different answers. Okay. And hello, Melimara. Welcome. Good evening. Welcome to the session. And if you have a question, remember that you can write your question here in the chat, and I'm going to tell you, and I can help you if you have a question about the activities. Okay, so for example, in the first question, that is, what can you do? Remember that you have to use the auxiliary can. And I can play soccer, I can jump high, I can use the computer. Okay, well, here I wrote three different answers. And remember that can for abilities, what you can do. Then what can't you do? Okay, the things you can't do. Two abilities you can do. For example, I can swim. It is very difficult for me. I can swim. I can speak French. I can't run fast. Then what do you like to do? I like playing sports. So here we have two verbs, like and play. And if we have two verbs, we have to modify the second verb. In this case, we have to add ing. So I like playing sports. It's very important to write the second verb in this form. I like reading with ing. I like eating healthy. So here I wrote three different answers. And I don't like basketball. What do you dislike to do? I don't like basketball. And you can also use the word dislike. I dislike horror movies, and I dislike pizza. This is not true. I love pizza, but it's just an example. Then, what do you hate to do? Activities that you hate doing. I hate washing the dishes. I hate lies. Well, in this case, it's not an activity, but I lies, mentiras. I hate sleeping late. I love sleeping early. I love going to sleep early. So I hate sleeping late. That is the opposite. Then, what do you love to do? I love reading. I love watching TV. I love shopping. If you can see after the verbs like, hate, and love, the second verb that is, well, is an action, it's with ing. We have to write the second verb with ing. I love reading. Amo leer. I love watching TV. Amo ver la tele. I love shopping. Amo ir de compras. Okay? So you have to also practice the pronunciation. You have to record your audio and share the link. All right. And okay, so this is the first activity that you have to do this week. It's called applying for a job. Okay. So remember, answer the questions and copy the link. I think it's a very simple activity. And please don't forget to add a picture here related to your answers. So I think it's simple. And now the next activity is finding a roommate. So you have to download this file. And here you have to write questions. Write 10 questions and the answers to know the routine of your possible new roommate. To write the questions, here I have extra material that I'm going to show you. And you have to write the questions with does. So your questions are in the third person. For example, what time does she wake up? What time does she wake up? So maybe if you have a question about for the first activity, you can write your question in the chat so I can help you. Okay. Now I'm explaining how to use how to write the questions for the second activity. If you have a question for the first activity, please write it here in the chat section. Okay, and so remember your questions in the third person. So what time does she wake up? And in the question, we write the verb without the S, but in the answer, we have to write the verb with the S. Here we don't write the S because we have the auxiliary does. It's not necessary to write the S, but here, yes. So what time does she wake up? She wakes up at 7 a.m. You have to write complete answers. What does he eat for breakfast? Well, she, if it's a woman, or he, if it's a man. So he eats cereal and milk, okay? So the verbs with S when in the answers, and in the questions, auxiliary does and the verb. When does she wash her clothes? She washes her clothes on Sundays, okay? And these are information questions with what and when. But you can also write information questions, for example, using does. Does he work? Does she study at night? All right. Great. So here we have to start with the auxiliary does and the verb without S. But in the answer, you can write, yes, he does. He works every day. Does she study at night? Yes, she does. She studies at night. All right. Then you have to write, I think you have to write like a short paragraph. You have to write a short paragraph here. Write 5 sentences where you explain the routine of your possible roommate. Okay. You can use your answers here. For example, I have an example here. First, she or he wakes up at 7 a.m. and has breakfast with her friend. Then, you can use then, she washes her clothes on Sundays and goes to the movies. Finally, he goes to bed at 11. So you have to write 5 sentences in this section to describe the person's daily routine. And remember, your sentences in this section are in the third person. So you have to write the verbs with the S, okay? The S. Remember to add the S to your verbs. Then, so you have to practice the pronunciation and record your audio and share the link here in this section. If it's difficult for you to record your audio, you can use bukaru.com and you can share it. Okay, so in the present simple questions, we use the auxiliaries do and does. We use do for these pronouns. Do I, do you, do we, do they? For example, do you study? ¿Estudias? Do we have a party? ¿Tenemos una fiesta? Do you work every day? ¿Trabajas todos los días? But if we use the auxiliary does for these pronouns, he, she, and it, okay? And here I have an example. Questions with do and does. Do you, do I, do we, do you play football? Does he play football? So if you can see, it's different, okay? So in this activity, you have to use this, the auxiliary does, all right? And just like this, just like the examples here, does he work? Él trabaja? Yes, he does. He works every day, okay? And here I have more examples, how to write questions, but yes, information questions, okay? So what do we eat? What do you eat for breakfast? When do you wash your clothes? ¿Cuándo lavas la ropa de ella? Do they work? ¿Trabajan ellos? Do we have to study at night? ¿Tenemos que estudiar en la noche? Okay. And here, the example for with does and the third person, remember that we use this for she, he, and it. And here we don't add the S, as I told you before. We use the auxiliary does. We use the auxiliary does. So what time does she wake up? What does he eat for breakfast? All right. When does she wash her clothes? Does he work? Does she study at night? Esta es la estructura que van a utilizar para formular estas preguntas. ¿Ok? Esta es la estructura que van a utilizar. Si ustedes utilizan esta, les va a bajar puntos con do. Les van a bajar, se va a penalizar su calificación porque es esta estructura que deben de utilizar de terceras personas, okay? So you have to use this structure to write your questions. So remember, you have to practice vocabulary, record the audio, and you have to share the link here, okay? Algunos me preguntan, maestra, es que se pasa de 1 minuto y medio. No se preocupen si se pasa de 1 minuto y medio. Eso yo no lo penalizo en la calificación. If it's difficult for you to record your audio, you can use this page, that is bukaru.com. It's very easy. You record the audio online and you share the link, and I can listen to your audio. And it is important to check the rubric in order to do your activity correctly and get a good grade, okay? So if you want to practice pronunciation, you can use this page, that is howyousay.com. You can also use the Google translator page to practice pronunciation, no problem. And well, if you use the translator online, it's okay. However, it is very important to use an extra dictionary like this one. Is a dictionary online that is wordsreference.com. In this page, you can check the words you can check the words in the translation, okay, and check if those words are the correct ones. Okay, so it's very important to use it. In the learning forum, so you don't have to, well, you can say your name again, but here you have to share and talk about likes and dislikes. Okay, I share an example today in the learning forum, so check you can check the example and write your comment. It's very important for you to participate, okay? Oh, so these are the activities you have to do this week. Meli, if you have a question, you can share it here, please, in the chat. Meli, si tienes alguna pregunta, puedes compartirla, por favor, aquí en el chat. Si no tienes alguna pregunta, también me gustaría que comentaras si todo quedó claro. Recuerden que si tienen alguna tarea pendiente de las primeras semanas, pueden enviarme un correíto o un mensaje para que yo les pueda habilitar las plataformas. Desafortunadamente, la plataforma ha estado fallando un poco y quizá a algunos se les haya complicado que estén trabajando y no puedan subir sus tareas a tiempo el domingo, etcétera. Entonces, pues, cuentan con mi apoyo debido a ese problema, me mandan mensaje y yo con mucho gusto puedo habilitar la plataforma para que ustedes puedan subir sus tareas. Please, it is very, very important that you participate in the learning forum. Please write your comments and interact with your partners with questions. Pueden interactuar con sus compañeros por medio de preguntas, ¿ok? Espero que puedan ver esta presentación, los que no pudieron estar presentes en vivo. Gracias, Meli, por estar presente. Nos vemos la próxima semana. Creo que no tienes ninguna preguntita, no logro ver en el chat. Vamos a ver si está aquí. Un segundito. Ok. Ok, muy bien, Meli. Ya pude ver tu comentario. Excelente. Bueno, Meli, entonces igual si tienes alguna complicación con tus tareas, alguna duda también, para lo que sea, puedes escribirme en la plataforma y con mucho gusto te voy a apoyar. Fue un placer estar aquí contigo y pues con los que vean después la sesión. Quizá algunos no se pueden conectar por el trabajo, etcétera, pero bueno, espero que puedan ver la sesión más adelante. Y me despido, que tengan una muy bonita noche y pues muchísimo ánimo. Hay que poner todo nuestro empeño en esta última semana y en la tercera semana para poder terminar con éxito este módulo. Okay, so have a good night and see you later. Bye bye, Meli. Bye bye. Bye bye, everyone. And thank you very much.